What's up, everybody? It's your boy, JT Sports, and me and Quincy Bell Sports are back at it again with another NCAA March Madness Tournament preview. And in this video, Quincy Bell Sports, make sure to check out his channel down in the description, in the comment section down below. He's going to be giving us his top 5 underrated teams or teams to watch going into this year's tournament. So, Quincy Bell, who is your number 1 team?
All right, so we're going to start with number 1. I thought we were going to start with number 5. But number 1, the biggest team for me that you have to, you can't sleep on them. You just can't. You just can't. For me, it's Utah State. I've been very high on Utah State. If you've seen my video about Utah State, if you saw the Bubble Teams video, I've been very high on Utah State. We don't know how they're going to perform in the Mountain West. That's going to have a big factor in this. But I feel like Utah State is a very good team you need to watch out. They're probably going to be either playing in the play-in or as an 11 seed that's not a play-in. So, in the play-in, possible teams they could face are Clemson, Arizona State, Seton Hall. I think they're better than all those teams. They could beat all 3 of those. In 6 seeds, possible 6 seeds include Mississippi State, Kansas State, Buffalo, Villanova. I think they could put up a very good fight against all of those teams. I would definitely put Utah State in that category. They are a force to be reckoned with. They're going to be coming in steamrolling with momentum, and I really like Utah State coming in as a possible 11 or 10 seed. So I think my biggest sleeper has to be Utah State.
Okay, and also Utah State is coming off that upset victory versus Nevada. And who is your number 2 team?
Okay, here's another team I think y'all should watch out for. They're 23-6 out of the Atlantic 10. They're projected to be a 10 seed. And that is VCU, Virginia Commonwealth, if you guys don't know what that means. They have been looking very good out of the Atlantic 10. The Atlantic 10 is a very underrated conference. They've got like Rhode Island, Dayton, George Mason, VCU, Duquesne, Davidson. They have a lot of good teams in the Atlantic 10. And VCU has been owning that conference. They have some their losses. If you look at their 6 losses, they're not terrible. They lost to St. John's by 1. That's definitely not a bad loss. Lost to Old Dominion on the road. That's kind of tough. They only lost to Virginia on the road by 8. I think that's pretty good. Lost to Charleston, who's also a projected tournament team. Lost to Dayton and Rhode Island. But they have some good wins. They're coming off of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 wins in a row. They're coming off 11 wins in a row. You want to watch out for momentum coming into the tournament. VCU has all of that. They're a sleeper team for me.
Yeah, and I agree with that. The NCAA tournament is all about momentum, and most of the teams that come to the tournament with the most momentum are the teams that most likely end up making a big run. I mean, we saw how much momentum that Loyola team had going in, and boy, Loyola, they really had it going last year. So, who is your 3rd team to look out for?
Okay, this is a team you probably haven't heard of. They're not real big. They play at 11 o'clock at night every single time because they're on the West Coast. That's a little hint. And they're projected to be a 14 seed. But I think they are the best 14 seed and the most equipped to make an upset. And that is UC Irvine. UC Irvine has had a great program in past years. They almost upset Louisville a few years ago. They pulled off some upsets in the past. The Antineers, I think that's what they're called. Yeah, the Antineers. They have a very good program, and they have some pretty good wins. One against Texas A&M. They lost, and their losses aren't too bad. They lost to Toledo, lost to Utah State, which we've already gone over, of course. They lost to Butler, a good team, and they are also another team coming off of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 wins in a row for UC Irvine. That's what you really have to look for. Who's hot and who's not. That's what you have to look out for coming into the tournament. Even though they're going to be playing probably a 3 or 2 seed. The 2 seed they're projected, or the team that they're projected to play now is Kansas. And Kansas has not been looking too good as of late. Got destroyed by Texas Tech. I would be considering taking UC Irvine in the tournament.
Okay, so for number 3, you have UC Irvine. So who do you have at the lucky number 4 spot?
All right, lucky number 4. I have the Hofstra Pride, which, by the way, who names their team the Pride? That's just a little interesting to me. They are 25-6, and they have been a team a lot of people have been high on for a while. They have some very, very good wins under their belt. Another thing, they only lost to VCU by 2. We obviously already went over VCU. They are coming off some decent wins. They've won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They've won 7 out of their last 9, and they have been really looking good. They are pretty much owning their conference at this point. Northeastern would be the only team I can see catching them, and they're not really that good of a team. So they're probably just going to run right through their conference tournament. And Hofstra, I feel like they're projected to be around a 13 or 12 seed. I think Joe Lunardi has them as a 13 playing Marquette, which I probably wouldn't pick them against Marquette, but I feel like Hofstra is a good team, and they were really good earlier in the year. They fell off a little bit as of late. That's why I have them at 4 and not 1. But I think Hofstra is a team you should look out for.
And finally, who is your last team that people need to take notice of going into this tournament?
All right. My last team you should take notice for. They are another team that's steamrolling with momentum. They're another projected 14 seed. They are 24-7 in the Summit Conference. And that is South Dakota State, the Jackrabbits, as they might be called. They are another team steamrolling with momentum. I think y'all can probably spot a trend here. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. They've won 17 out of their last 18 games. 17 out of their last 18. They have been killing it. They have some pretty good wins under their belt and even some good losses. They only lost to Nevada by 4. That's definitely good. They're pretty much owning their conference tournament. They can shoot the ball at a high percentage. They have some pretty close wins. I think they had a buzzer beater against North Dakota State. And buzzer beater wins like that, they can help you. They steamroll you with momentum. And South Dakota State is another team that's going to be steamrolling with momentum. So that's my final sleeper team.
Okay, everybody. So those are Quincy Bell's top 5 teams to look out for. If you want to see more March Madness or more content from Quincy Bell Sports, make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel. It will be down in the description and comment section down below. And Quincy, as always, thanks for coming on.
Hey, you're welcome, man. I'm having fun doing these daily videos. We're going to go do daily videos either on here or my channel. So a lot of them are going to be on my channel. So I would really recommend subscribing if you do love March Madness as much as I do.
Okay, everybody, go subscribe to Quincy Bell Sports. And Quincy, thanks for coming on.
You are welcome.